so we'll get straight to it. So we get warmed up to get us going. We're going to march on the spot, just to start to raise that heart rate, lift that heart rate up, get everything moving, getting nice and warm. So similar structure as last week, like we mentioned, 50 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. And we're flicking between the cardio exercises and the resistance exercises to try and keep that heart rate elevated and to burn some calories. So from here, let's just take those arms up a bit bigger, marching those knees up. So just raising that heart rate a little bit, mobilise your shoulders, core stays in nice and tight, nice big arms. Perfect, keep picking those feet up, getting everything moving. Good stuff. Excellent, we're going to keep those feet moving up and down, and then we're just going to bring these arms up and over to the sides. Nice big shoulders. So just activating those shoulder muscles. Keep picking those feet up. Get everything nice and warm, get moving. So again, slightly different to last week. Instead of, like I just mentioned, instead of going cardio lower, cardio upper, we're going to have a lower block and then an upper block separate with the cardio in between, which you'll see as we go along. Perfect, taking those arms out to the sides like we normally do, cross the front, open up that chest. Keep marching those feet, guys, just to keep that heart rate up. Should be feeling nice and warm. And diagonal like we normally do, cross the front. Good stuff, get everything moving, squeeze those shoulder blades together, activate that upper back, and open up that chest. Good stuff. Okay, let's get those legs involved. So we're just like we normally do, little squat, reach it up in the air. So sitting back onto those heels, get those legs warm, get those arms warm, send those hips backwards, remember. So waist through the heels, and we're not just bending the knees, send those hips back. Good, and to get an extra little stretch, we're just going to come over the shoulder, similar to what we did last week, just to stretch out that upper body, big stretch down the side, and keep those legs moving. Just getting everything warm, well done. Good, up and over that shoulder. Perfect, and then an exercise we're going to be doing in the main session, just to get that warm, is a hip hinge. So we're going to lean forward, but the back stays nice and straight. We stretch these hamstrings out, and then we just reach in the air. So lean forward and reach. We're going to be doing this exercise in the main session, but I just wanted you to have a little practice first, just to warm up. Make sure this back stays nice and straight, and then squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings as you come through. So just up and down, and this is just going to work the back of those legs. Good. And then just to finish off, just going to hold a nice solid position, and we'll just punch those arms out. So we got a little bit of boxing in there again today. We did that a couple of weeks ago. Thought I'd throw that in there today for a bit of cardio and a little bit of fun. So just get those shoulders nice and warm. We'll give you 5 more seconds. And relax there, guys. Good. Have a breathe, grab a quick drink, and we'll get going. Okay then, guys. So first round, we are going to be going cardio lower, like I explained. I'll show you the first exercise, and we'll get straight to it. So the first one, we've done this one before. It's literally step forward, step back. So you just in, out, just moving your feet, moving your arms. If you want to go easier, you just slow it down and just step forward, step back. If you want to go faster, you just imagine you're stepping over an imaginary line, and we're just moving those feet. So that's going to raise that heart rate up. We've got 50 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and then on to the next one. I'll start the timer, and we get straight to it. So first exercise in 3, 2, 1, we're forwards, backwards. So we just step over, step back, moving those feet, moving those arms. Nice and steady, just working at your own pace. We're just getting those steps in. If you want to make it easier, just slow it down. Step forward, step backwards. Keeping those feet moving, just trying to raise that heart rate on this first one. And then that's going to keep that heart rate elevated throughout the session. It's going to help us burn a few calories. Like I said, if you want to make it harder, you can really move those feet in and out, and we can go a little bit faster. Good stuff, keeping it going, 15 seconds. Keep those feet moving, so forwards and backwards. You can relax your arms if you need to, whatever feels best for you guys. Good, 3, 2, 1, you got 10 seconds rest. Next exercise is going to be a squat backwards and up onto your toes. So squat, calf raise, squat, calf raise, okay? Up and down, all right? Give that a try and I'll give you some more teaching points. Let's go. So weight onto those heels, sit backwards, up onto your toes, squeezing those calves, getting those legs working. If you want to make that easier, you can just do a smaller range, so don't go as low. If you struggle for balance on the calf raise, you can just give me some mini squats instead. And if you want to make it harder, you can sink lower and really drive up onto those toes and get more reps out, okay? So whatever's best for you, keeping it going. Up and down, squeeze those toes into the ground, squeeze those calves, get those legs working. 10 seconds. You can use your arms as a counterbalance as well. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Next cardio exercise. All we're going to do is just step one foot out and in, step the other foot out and in. So you have to shift your weight over onto one leg, then the other leg, but we're going to go fast, okay? So when you're ready, we're in. So just tap side to side. So you've really got to squeeze this standing leg as you shift across. I want a slight bend in the knee. So as you can see, there's a slight bend in that standing leg. That's going to activate the muscles, stabilize the joint, and keep those feet moving side to side. Chest stays up, core stays in tight, and you sort of leaning that body away from where the foot goes. So the weight is over that standing leg. If you want to go harder, you can just speed it up, really push out fast. If you want to take it easier, just slow it down, and you just little step side to side, keeping that heart rate up. 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. The last exercise, same as the warm-up. I want you to fold forward, chest over those feet, back stays straight, hamstrings are working. Reach in the air and squeeze this bottom, okay? Off you go. So reach down, squeeze. Reach down, squeeze. So as you come through, really over-exaggerate it. Squeeze these glutes, squeeze your hips, and stretch those hamstrings. If you want to make that easier, or if you feel like you're losing your back and your back's arching, just go a bit smaller, but focus on squeezing these hips through, okay, to get these glutes activated. If you want to make it harder, and you can manage to keep your back straight, then you can obviously reach a bit lower, stretch those hamstrings, and squeeze those glutes. Good job, keep it going. 5 more seconds. Getting the back of those legs working. And relax, perfect. You've got 10 seconds rest, and then we do those one more time. So that's all the exercises, you know them now. If you want to work a bit harder, you can do. If you want to take it easy, you also can do. 3, 2, 1, and we're stepping. So we're in and out again. Forwards and backwards, stepping over that imaginary line. Keeping those arms moving if you wish, put your hands on your hips, whatever you want to do. If you want to make it harder, we've got the option to move those feet faster. If you want to make it easier, we can just slow it down. But like I said at the start, guys, the idea of this one is just to keep that heart rate elevated. A little bit of cardiovascular work to get that heart strong, help with your blood pressure. Okay, burn a few calories and just staying on the move. Well done. So just in and out, keeping it going. And then the next exercise is more for muscular toning, muscular strength. Good, 3, 2, 1. 10-second breather. So we've got the squat to calf raise next. Use your arms to balance, sit into your heels and squeeze those up onto those toes. 3, 2, 1. So we squat, up onto your toes. Squat, up onto your toes. So that is quite a tricky one to balance. Okay, if you do struggle with balance, you can always hold on to a wall for a bit of balance as you come up onto your toes. Good, or don't worry about the calf raise, just give me some little mini squats instead and get those legs working. Just make sure these hips are being set backwards, weight is through the heel, and we're not just shooting your knees forwards and the heels lifting up. want to be going backwards. Good, 15 seconds guys, keep it going. Nice solid position, drive through those heels as you come up, and then follow it through onto your toes. 3, 2, 1, good, little breather, well done. 10 seconds, good, should be feeling that working, I certainly am. And then we've got the little side toe tap side to side, weight through that leg. 3, 2, 1, and we're in. So side to side, step it away. Good, shifting that weight over onto each standing leg. Okay, so it's not kind of like a side lunge as such. Weight is through the supporting leg, and the other leg is just keeping us moving. So really good one for functional strength. Keeps those legs strong if we were reaching up for something. Just getting those legs working. Keep that heart rate up. If you want to make it harder, you can move it faster. If you want to make it easier, slow it down. Good job, well done. Staying on the move, 10 seconds. Keeping that low position, little quarter squat position so the muscles are activated. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Good, 10-second little breather. And then the last one is that hip hinge. Squeeze those glutes, so really stretch those hamstrings. In 3, 2, 1. Nice straight back, shoulder blades together, lean forwards, reach and squeeze. Take your time with this one. Like I've said before, because we do a lot of squats and lunges and stuff, this one's quite a good one, just to get into the back of those legs, get into your glutes, to get the back of those legs working, posterior chain. Good. Make sure that back stays straight though, straight as possible. That's going to lengthen those hamstrings out, and then squeeze your glutes, your bum as you come through. If you're struggling to keep your back straight, just come a little bit, don't go as low, but focus on squeezing your hips forward as you come through. Good job guys, that's 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax there, good stuff. Okay then guys, so round 2, we've got an upper body focus round on this one. We're going to start with some boxing for a little bit of cardio, and then we're going to go into some upper body exercises focusing on the shoulders, okay? So the first exercise, we're going to hold a little quarter squat position, so these legs are nice and strong, and we're going to do some boxing. So we're going to be doing some hooks, so the core's in nice and tight, nice and rigid, and we're working that upper body, getting those shoulders moving, okay? So that's the first exercise for 50 seconds. We'll get going. I'll set the timer. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Little squat down and bringing these arms round. Off we go. So we want to try and keep this elbow nice and high, and we want to try and reduce any big ranges of motion in the core. We want to keep that core nice and tight, which is going to keep your spine nice and strong. And we'll keep that back nice and straight as well. So get that elbow nice and high, core in tight, weight through your heels. If your legs get tired, you can just stand those legs up straight and you can just move your arms. But make sure we keep this core in strong, so that's going to protect our spine. Get that core working. Good, you've got 10 more seconds of this one, and then we're on to the first upper body exercise for the shoulders. Good, 3, 2, 1. Take that 10 seconds, just allow everything to slow down. The next one, I want you to be marching on the spot just to keep your heart rate elevated. We're going to take the elbows to 90 degrees. We're going to rotate, press, back to 90 and down. Okay, off you go. Give that one a try. So small little steps, elbows nice and high, we're rotating and pressing. To make this one easier, you can just focus on the rotation and reduce any overhead pressure from pressing overhead. You can also stop marching if you would prefer, but if you can, try and keep those feet moving. Good, obviously if you want to make it harder, you can speed up the tempo, speed up the pace, so you can step those legs faster and get those arms moving faster. All the time, you want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep that back nice and tight and rotate as far as you feel comfortable. Good job, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Take that 10 seconds, shake those arms off. The next cardio exercise is a little bit of boxing again. This time we're going to do some uppercuts. So slight little squat position, and we're coming up in front of the body, moving those arms, okay? Off we go. So straight up in front, cores in tight, and you'll probably notice a little bounce in the legs as well. So just allow that to happen. That'll get a bit of work into those legs. Back's nice and straight. Keep those arms coming through. If your legs do start to get tired, you can just bring those legs up longer and you can just focus on the arms, but make sure we keep that core in tight. If you can, drop down onto those heels, slight bend in the knee. Keep those arms moving. Good job, well done. 10 more seconds and then we're on to our final upper exercise, and then we'll cycle that through twice. Good, 3, 2, 1, perfect. Little breather for 10. So the next one's a YTW. Last week we did reverse flies. Similar exercise. I want you to lean forward slightly, switch on the hamstrings and the glutes. We're going to make a Y, a T, and then a W. Okay, so give that a try for me. So big Y with those arms, big T with those arms, and then a W with your arms. Okay, so nice long arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Okay, if you're struggling with this hinge position and your back is arching, you can do the exact same thing. Upright with a Y, a T, and a W. So you don't have to lean forward. You can do it standing straight up, but the lean forward is just going to activate those hamstrings, those lower back muscles a bit more, which is a little bit more functional. So if you can, just a slight lean forward, it doesn't need to be far, and squeeze that upper back. 3, 2, 1, perfect. Should really feel that one working on your upper back, really good one for posture. So we're back to the start for round 2, and we're starting off with those hooks. We're going in 3, 2, 1. So little squat, and we're bringing those arms round. So elbows nice and high, core stays nice and tight. Try not to, if you do start to get tired, maintain that good posture. Shoulder blades back, chest proud, core in tight. Don't hunch over if you get tired. Let's keep that core activated, keep that posture good. Excellent, keeping it going, guys, well done. Keep those arms moving, nice and high. Hold those legs strong as well. 15 seconds, keep it up. Keeping that heart rate up, doing really well. Into that second round. Perfect, 5 seconds, keep it going, keep those arms moving. 3, 2, 1, take that 10 seconds, well done, have a little breather. Next up is the Cuban rotations again with the press. Work those rotator cuff muscles in your shoulder, they get very weak. In 3, 2, 1, we're marching, elbows high, rotate, press, back to 90, rotate down. Rotate and press, back to 90 and down. So it might be a bit of an uncomfortable one because we are working those smaller shoulder muscles, the rotator cuffs, which can get quite weak. So take your time. If you do struggle, you need to give your arms a rest, you can do, or you could just work the rotation. Make sure we keep those shoulder blades pulled together all the time though. It might feel a bit tight to bring those palms down, so just come down as low as you feel comfortable to do so, whatever you can manage. Should feel that quite deep in your shoulder. Good, 3, 2, 1, perfect, shake those shoulders off. Then we're into the last 2, so we've got uppercuts next, and then YTW to finish. In 3, 2, 1. Little squat position, coming straight up in front. Weight through those heels, core's in nice and tight. Keep those arms moving. Perfect, so we're just getting that heart rate up a little bit, getting those arms working. Keep moving, guys, well done. So this is our cardiovascular element. Get that heart strong, improve that blood pressure, and then we'll strengthen up those shoulders and upper back on the exercises, which will be good for posture. Stop getting tight backs and things, especially if you're sat at a desk all day. Perfect, 10 seconds, keep it going. Hold those legs strong. If your legs get tired, just come a little bit higher. Brilliant, 3, 2, 1. Have a little breather again, 10 seconds. And then the last one is the YTW. You can do it standing upright, or you can have a slight lean forward, send those hips back, back tight, hold those hamstrings, okay? Off we go. So big Y, big T, and then a W shape, okay? You should really feel that in your upper back. They're quite weak muscles as well, so take your time. Just go as high as you feel comfortable to do so. Obviously, the longer the lever length, the harder it's going to be. So you can just bring them in a bit smaller instead of going all the way high. That will also make it easier. Or like I said earlier, we can do it upright as well. Still gonna work the upper back, just less lower back and hamstring involvement. Nice. Get that posture going, get that back working. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax there, well done. Okay guys, round 3. So back to a little bit of cardio and some lower body work. So to get us going, the first exercise, we're going to march on the spot like the warm-up, and we're going to take those arms nice and big, just driving them through, picking those knees up, okay? If you wanted to make that easier, you just come smaller. You just take your time, okay? If you want to make it harder, you can obviously go faster and bigger. Work at your own pace, 50 seconds work. I'll set the timer. We are going in 3, 2, 1, and we're in. So we're just marching, nice big arms, okay? Bring that knee up, bring those arms up. Like I said, always work at your own pace, take your time, you know your limits. If you are getting tired, just bring it smaller, slow it down. As long as you move in, that's perfect. Obviously, the combination of the arms and legs at the same time is going to work that heart rate a little bit more, and that's what we're trying to focus on these cardio exercises. Just get that heart nice and strong, help improve your blood pressure. Perfect, just keeping it going, staying on the move. Well done. Getting those steps in. We've got 15 seconds to go. Obviously, as always, we've got 2 rounds, so you can take it easy on the first round, and you can always work harder on the second round if you'd like to. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. 10-second breather. Right, next one requires a little bit of balance. We are going to step backwards, get yourself balanced. If you feel comfortable to do so, little lunge, back up, and together, and change leg. So reverse lunges, give that a try, and I'll give you some options, guys. Off you go. So step back. If you can, little dip, back up, and together. Try and stay balanced, push through this front leg. If that's a bit tricky, just do the step back. So just step back, step forwards, step back, step forwards, okay? Whatever you can manage. If you do want to work a little bit harder, you've got that option to get balanced, come down, up, and then step it through. Get balanced, down, up, step it through. But really try and push through this front leg. That should be doing all of the work. Good, 3, 2, 1, perfect. Have a breather for 10 seconds, well done. Next one, we're going to try and get some functional rotation in. So we're going to step to the side. As this foot comes in, we rotate over that shoulder. So side step, rotate, side step, rotate. So we just step side to side. As you can see, I'm just pivoting that back foot, core in tight. Off we go, give it a try. So side step, twist, side step, twist. So we're just moving side to side, a little two-step, but we're just getting that rotation in. So what you don't actually realise is there's a lot of core involvement. So the core has to stop you here and then pull you back, and then stop you here and then pull you back. So we're working rotation around the spine to try and get that core nice and strong, but we're moving at the same time. Obviously, if that's hard, you can just slow it down. You don't have to twist as far. 5 seconds, guys. And relax there, perfect. Right, next one, tricky one. I want you to take your time. We are going to shift your body weight over onto one leg. So this is really working to balance. And if you can, I want you to try and raise this top leg. Okay, and it might just be out to there, and like a really small one, but squeeze this leg, squeeze this hip. If that's too tricky, just step out, step in. Tap out, tap in. Okay, give this a try, off you go. So shift that weight over. Actually, sorry, I forgot to say, we're alternating the legs. So weight through the heels, and we're just lifting that top leg. Okay? If you want to make that one easier, remember, it's just a small lift, get balanced, small lift, get balanced. So you just have to lean that body weight over a bit. If that one's a bit tricky, you can just lean and tap, lean and tap. But I really want you thinking, you should feel this one around the hips, around the glutes. That's going to strengthen those glutes up. That's going to help them take the load rather than your lower back. And relax, guys, perfect. We've got another try on that one in a little bit. So we're back to the start again. We've got the marching big arms for the second round. In 3, 2, 1, we are in. Let's go, guys. Second round of this one. You're doing really well. Keep picking those knees up. Keep that chest nice and proud. Core's in tight. So we're always focusing on our posture. Make sure your posture's strong. Don't get tired and arched over. Let's get that chest proud. Get them arms through. If you want to make it harder, you can go bigger and faster. If you want to make it easier, we just slow it down and you just work at your own pace. So suitable for everyone. Just as long as we're moving, that's absolutely fine, guys. Whatever you can manage. You all know your own limits, so take your time. Last time you've got to do this one, 10 more seconds. Keep working, well done. Perfect, 5 seconds. Staying on the move. Brilliant. 3, 2, 1. Good, take that 10 seconds. So next one, a little bit trickier, is that reverse lunge, remember. So take a step back, get balanced. If you can, you're lowering. If not, you just step back together, step back together. Whatever you can manage, okay? Off you go. So take that leg back. If you can, dip down, perfect. If not, just step back and step in. Step back, step in. So we're working this single leg strength. We're working your balance, your coordination, your stability. Okay, so very functional for day-to-day movements. Make sure this front leg is pushing you back through. So get balanced. You can dip a little bit if you'd like to, back up and then in. Step back, balance, down, up, in. Take your time. Up and down. Good. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Little breather. Next up is that side step with a twist. So you just step side to side, rotate and squeeze this core. Okay? Off we go. So step across over that shoulder. So we're moving side to side. But like I said before, squeeze your core, break, change direction, break, change direction. So you squeeze in the core to change direction. Keep those feet moving. Excellent, so just staying on the move, chest up. If you want to make it easier, just slow it down. Little twist, little step side to side. Obviously, if you want to make it harder, you can really sort of swing, and then your core really has to break to stop you from twisting too far. 10 seconds, well done. Keeping it going, one exercise after this. 3, 2, 1. Good, little breather for 10, and then we've just got that little hip lift, that leg lift, where we alternate. Squeeze these glutes, okay? Last one in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice solid base, try and pick a foot up. So you have to lean your body weight over a bit and lift. Lean over, lift. So squeeze these hips, and even if it's just a tiny bit off, that's perfect, because every time you lift that foot off, the other leg has got to work really hard to stabilize you, okay, which is going to be good for balance and joint stability. If you can, try and lift it higher, whatever you can manage, whatever range you can manage. Should feel that one around the outside of the hips working. And if you can't pick a foot up, you can just step it out and in. Tap it out, tap it in. Okay, keep squeezing that standing leg. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Have a breather, guys. Well done. Okay then guys, so final round, a little bit of cardio, a little bit of boxing, and we're going to try and work this core. So first exercise, have your feet in a squat position, so hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to punch forward, 1, 2, and then we're going to do a little squat, so it's like a duck. So 1, 2, little squat, 1, 2, little squat. Keep that core in tight, work those legs, and drop straight down rather than folding forward in your back. Okay, so work those legs. First one, 50 seconds. I'll set that timer in 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, little duck. 1, 2, little duck. Okay, make sure we're squatting down into those heels. Keep those arms moving. If you want to make this one easier, you just do a little smaller squat. You don't need to go as far, okay? Or you can just punch it out, keep your core in nice and tight, and give your legs a rest. If you want to make it harder, we can go lower. So sink down, get into those hips, get those glutes firing, whatever you can manage, guys, okay? 20 seconds, working those arms and legs, core in tight, keep that heart rate up. Perfect, up and down, well done. 10 more seconds, keep pushing. Brilliant, fine, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and take a breather for 10. So the next one, a little bit of balance, a little bit of core. We're going to stand, we're going to take one leg slightly behind, bring your knee through, and then you can get balance at the end. Bring your knee through, get balance. So you're trying to squeeze your core as you tuck that knee up and crunch down, okay? Let's give that a try. I'm going right leg first, so it's just squeeze through, okay? As you bring that knee through, I want you to try and think about pushing down, and we want to try and squeeze the core to come up. The leg should be slightly bent on the knee, okay? We're squeezing this standing leg. Work at your own pace, even if it's just a tiny movement, and then you get balanced, tiny movement, get balanced, that's absolutely fine. If you can, and you can squeeze all the way up, then you'll feel that a bit more. You should feel it in your standing leg as well, because that's going to have to work to keep you balanced. 3, 2, 1. Good job. That's quite a tough one. So we're working the core, and you should feel that standing leg working to keep you balanced. We're back to cardio, and then we do the other leg. So we are going to be going little squat position, and then we are 1, 2 in front, and a little slip to the side. 1, 2 in front, little slip to the side, okay? Off you go. So punch, punch, instead of duck, you just drop a shoulder, back up to the middle. Punch, punch, drop a shoulder, back up to the middle, okay? Make sure you keep that core in tight. So we're working lateral flexion of the spine. So the spine moves that way. We use the opposite side of the core, the obliques, to pull you back up. So 1, 2, drop the shoulder, 1, 2, drop the shoulder. So we've got a nice solid base. These legs are holding us strong in a little quarter squat, so the knees are bent, and we just drop that shoulder to work the core. Good, 3, 2, 1, brilliant. Okay, so now I'm going to the left leg, so just gonna take it slightly behind, knee drive, knee drive. As I bring that knee through, try and squeeze your core, okay? Off you go. Just picking that knee up, get balanced, pick, get balanced, okay? Just find a comfortable pace for you. If you wanted to work harder, you could obviously continually drive through, squeeze that core, squeeze those abs. If you want to make it easier, get balanced each time. Push, balance. Push, balance, okay? You should really feel that in the opposite leg. So my right leg that's standing, I can feel that working really hard to keep me balanced. Good, 15 seconds. Squeeze, bit of balance work, bit of core work, strengthen those legs up, strengthen that core, and really think about crunching the abs as you come through. And relax, perfect. That's 1 round done, guys. 1 more to go. So we're back to the punch, punch, and squat duck out the way. Last and final round. 3, 2, 1. So punch, punch, little squat. Off we go. Punch, punch, duck. Punch, punch, duck. Core's in nice and tight, back is nice and straight. We're bending at the knees and the hips, and we drop straight down, straight up. Chest is proud, back is straight. Okay, we're not folding forward and standing up again and putting it all through the back. We want to squat down, come through. Keep that chest up, weight in your heels. Last time you're doing this one, keep it going. Perfect, good work. 10 more seconds. Sit into those heels. Good, last 5. Up and down. 3, 2, 1. Good. We've got another set of those knee drives, 1 more on each side. So I'm going to go back to my right leg again for the knee drive. In 3, 2, 1. So I'm just bringing that knee through, get balanced. Pull your arms down, pull that knee up, and really squeeze your core. Try and think that imagine you're pulling something down and pulling your knee through. So just working a bit of flexion of the spine, get those abs working, and also some balance, because that left leg has got to work really hard to keep you stable. But when I make it easier, guys, remember, just a small little step up, small little step up, okay? Just wherever you can bring that knee to, or you can stand upright and just bring it straight through. You might feel a bit more stable. Okay, keep it going. Squeeze that standing leg, doing really well. 5 seconds, back straight. 3, 2, 1. Good, have a breather. Excellent work, guys, nearly there. Last 2 exercises. So the next one is punch, punch, and a little slip to the side. Drop the shoulder, okay? Off we go. So punch, punch, slip, punch, punch, slip. So you just drop a shoulder down to the side. So we're not leaning forwards or backwards. We're literally straight to the side. We're not coming down here. We're not coming back here. We're just to the side, back up. So you should really feel that in your obliques down your sides, pull you back up to center. Little bit of core work, guys. Keep it going. Shoulder blades together, back nice and straight. Nice long arms, keeping it going. Well done. 1 exercise left after this one. Shoulder blades together. Perfect. 10 seconds, keeping it going. That's it. Keep pushing. 5 seconds. Keep those arms moving. 3, 2, 1, and take those 10 seconds. Last exercise is the knee drive on the left leg. just coming through and squeeze. So we're going 3, 2, 1, get balanced, and just bring that knee up, balance. Bring that knee up, balance. So squeeze that right leg, squeeze your core as you come down, and extend. Flex, extend, flex, extend. Really squeeze that standing leg. Finish off strong, guys, nearly there. Keep it going. Remember, if you're struggling on that position, you could just march your knee up instead. Work these hip flexors. So when you're sat down a lot, they can get quite tight and weak. So we just strengthen up the core, strengthening up the hip flexor. 10 seconds, squeeze that standing leg. Nearly there, guys. Good, 3, 2, 1, perfect. Have a breather, well done. Okay guys, fantastic work on those 4 rounds. We'll have a quick little stretch, allow that heart rate to come down a little bit and loosen those muscles off. So we're going to take those feet just outside shoulder width apart, so they're nice and wide, and we're just going to slide one arm down one leg and just big reach across the top. So that's going to stretch out down the outside of the core that we've just worked on those slips. And then also if you push your hips away to the other side, you should feel a stretch on the inside of the leg as well, inside the hip. Perfect, and then over to the other side. So big reach, stretch out your lat, your shoulder, your core. Nice big stretch down the side. Just loosen everything off, allow that heart rate to come down a little bit. Good, keep these feet wide, and we're just gonna lean backwards slightly, and that will open up the hip flexors. So just leaning backwards slightly, you can twist the hips side to side as well, and you just get a big stretch down that hip flexor. They're going to be tight from the marching, the knee drives, so just loosening off. Good, and just get into the back of these legs. We're going to take one leg forward, one leg behind, bend the back leg and straighten this front leg out. So the front leg's nice and long, the back is nice and straight, and we just lean our chest over, and we should get a nice big stretch down the hamstring in the back. Keep this back straight, because if it does bend, you won't feel it at all. Okay, so back's nice and straight, stretch that hamstring, and change leg, guys. So opposite leg in front, bend the back leg, nice long front leg, back is straight, pull those hips back, stretch out the back of your leg. Good job. Excellent, and then this time the back leg that goes back is going to stay straight, the front leg is going to bend. We're going to push that heel into the ground to stretch your calves, and at the same time we're going to take one arm across the front and stretch the shoulders as well. So push that heel down, stretch the back of the calves, and just take those arms across the front. You've worked those shoulders hard with all that boxing and shoulder work. Good, change arm, change leg. So just take it backwards, heel down, opposite arm across the front. Just try and stay balanced. You can do these separately if you need to, if you're struggling with balance and things, or hold on to something. Good. And then as always, just to open up your chest, hands on your lower back, try and bring those elbows together. Open up that chest, stretch out the chest and the front of the shoulders. Little loosener. And give everything a bit of a shake off. Give yourselves a round of applause at home, guys, well done.